Well, I don't know what happened there, guys. Pretty interesting, if I do say so myself. Let's try to find where I was here.
All this possible.
So, this that's coming up is the military parade attack that happened that killed 25 civilians, military, women, children, and injured at least 70 or 100 people just the other day, that the media is not too much covering because it was directly tied back to our allies, which I couldn't imagine who that could be.
Message to Tehran.
In any way,
The Iranians. My response is lighten up and get away. It's not going to be over right away. There's going to be other wars. I'm sorry to tell you, there's going to be other wars. We will never surrender, but there will be other wars. And right now, we're going to have a lot of PTSD to treat, my friends.
I want to stop right there because a lot of veterans, as many of you know, are not getting any benefits. They're dealing with PTSD, trying to fight with the VA, trying to fight with their own insurance. Nobody's covering their issues, let alone the people from the Gulf War that have Gulf War syndrome, that some of their actual military records were burned to show that, oh, they never had any dealings with any of this. Or the Vietnam veterans that had to deal with Agent Orange, that so many of them have died of these cancers and stuff that are directly linked to Monsanto's Agent Orange.
Bomb Iran, you know, bomb. Anyway.
This is the attack and this is old Netanyahu. Somebody needs to tell him.
This is the greatest danger we face. The hatred for the Jewish people and the Jewish state comes from the East. It comes from Iran. It comes from the Ayatollah regime that is fanning these flames and calling out for the destruction of the Jewish state. That may change. I hope it will change. I believe it will change. Because I spoke a few days ago to President Trump, and he spoke about the Iranian aggression. He spoke about Iran's commitment to destroy Israel. He spoke about the nature of this nuclear agreement and the danger it poses. We spoke about it together.
It's a really lousy world we're leaving for our children and grandchildren.
I'll say this about nuclear weapons. You know, I'm not sitting at the Joint Chiefs of Staff. I'm not in on the planning. I'll take it at face value that the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the Joint Chiefs of Staff successfully eliminated nuclear weapons in the initial phase of an operation. But keep in mind this, that the Bush administration has built a new generation of nuclear weapons that we call usable nukes. And they have a nuclear posture now which permits the preemptive use of nuclear weapons in a non-nuclear environment if the commander-in-chief deems U.S. forces to be at significant risk. If we start bombing Iran, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work. We're not going to achieve decapitation, regime change, all that. What will happen is the Iranians will respond, and we will feel the pain instantaneously, which will prompt the Bush administration to move to phase 2, which will have to be boots on the ground. And we will put boots on the ground. We will surge a number of divisions in, probably through Azerbaijan, down the Caspian Sea coast, in an effort to push the regime over. And when they don't push over, we now have 40,000 troops trapped. We have now reached the definition of significant numbers of U.S. troops in harm's way, and there is no reserve to pull them out. There's no more cavalry to come riding to the rescue. And at that point in time, my concern is that we will use nuclear weapons to break the backbone of Iranian resistance, and it may not work. but what it will do is this: it will unleash the nuclear genie. And so for all those Americans out there tonight who say, you know what, taking on Iran's a good thing. I just told you, if we take on Iran, we're going to use nuclear weapons. And if we use nuclear weapons, the genie ain't going back in the bottle until an American city is taken out by an Islamic weapon in retaliation. So tell me, you want to go to war with Iran? Pick your city. Pick your city. Tell me which one you want gone. Seattle, LA, Boston, New York, Miami. Pick one, because at least one's going. And that's something we should all think about before we march down this path of insanity that George Bush has us headed on.
And we're in the same place right at this moment.
Away go the color people.
This is kind of funny,
Well,
but not funny.
now what do we do next? I just can't seem to figure it out.
Bam, 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 Iran. Bam, 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 bam,
Our enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we.
Okay, so I want to go back to a video that I did a couple of months ago that I discussed some of these issues. Well, what the heck happened? And you see this video? This is what happens with my videos of truth. When you tell too much truth, they call it inappropriate and offensive, and you can't share them, and you got to confirm that you're over the age of 18 or whatever. No, let's not do that. But if we continue this, it's the military-industrial complex, Israel, all of this neocons. If we don't want what they want, which is war, that's all they want. You know, my last video was Q is dangerous, and why? It's because they're pushing for war. If you didn't see the Free Iran video, I mean, Q drop, there's a reason for it, because all the Q people realized at that moment that, holy crap, we cannot talk about this, because that they knew what it meant. There is no free anything. Let's think about this. Operation Iraqi Freedom. How well did that go? We are still, I guess, considered in Operation Enduring Freedom. Who's free? Who has became free from this video? Oh my gosh. I'm just getting a ball. Who has become free in any of this? No, free to them means to destabilize, so we can go in and take their oil. Israel can get what they want, and we're screwed. Our sons and daughters, our brothers and sisters are used as cannon fodder. And I don't see how people are being so blind to this. This is happening. I have video proof that they're looking for where to first strike for Iran. I'm going to play that for you in just a minute. But first I want you to look at some pictures. So these are pictures from Iraq, Afghanistan, some from maybe Yemen, Libya. We're told that we're going out there to free them, to liberate them, to help them. But when I look at these pictures, I don't see that. Maybe you do. I don't. In case you're not seeing it, let's go back just a little bit. And let's look at... I have video proof that they're looking for where to first strike for Iran. Because it's before and after pictures. I think they were a little too fast. But first I want you to look at some pictures. We're going out there to free... These are pictures from Iraq. You see how beautiful it was over there, and then you look at after, and it's absolutely horrific. Their towns, their cities, they're all gone. Before, they've got this nice hospital. After, horrific. And why? They didn't take down our Twin Towers. Maybe you do. Wasn't them. I don't. So look at this. Look how beautiful that was. So these pictures that I'm about to show you are pictures of Iraq, Iran, United States, all protesting for or against their current administration. And I want you to look at it and tell me, what is the difference? What is the difference?
Can you bring the ball in here?
I also want you to look at, I want you to think about this. What if China, Russia, something like that, any other country, saw the anti-Trump rallies and saw these women protesting nonsense, liberals doing whatever they want, yelling that Trump is horrific and we need to impeach 45, all of that BS. How would you feel if Russia, China, South America, any of the South American countries, any of them, came up here and decided they were going to free us from Donald Trump? How would you feel? I'm assuming you'd feel like me and say that's complete BS because they're only seeing one side of it. So let's check out those pictures. I'll just show you a few, but here's Iran and Venezuela and them celebrating their presidential election. They don't seem to look like they're forced to be there. And this is Syria. They actually really love Assad. So when I look at those pictures, I see nothing different. I see half of the group is completely ecstatic about their administration or regime, whatever you want to call them. The other half, or not even half, but whatever they're showing, just like here, you know, hates them. That happens in any election. What doesn't happen is people coming up into America and saying, oh, you don't, there's so many people that don't like Trump, we're going to come in and free you. So why are we going free anyone? We're not freeing anyone. I want you to look at a map. Let's take a look at this map.
So it really is imperative to understand that the policies that are being carried out right now are not accidental. They're not failures. They're actually successes on...
Okay, that is Ken O'Keefe. He is absolutely phenomenal. I'll link this video below. But my point that I'm trying to make is Why are we still doing right now, when we're supposed to be making America great again, why are we still doing the same exact thing that ever since Bush Sr. was in, why are we still doing the same exact thing? It looks like make Israel great again. And if you don't see it, you might want to watch some other videos, but that's what it is. It doesn't make any other type of sense, because it's not making America great again. It's let's go invade all these countries that don't need us invading them, destabilizing their nation to where then they have nothing. If you don't know about the Palestinian people that Israel is so deathly afraid of, please watch a video about people that are actually over there, that are seeing both sides of it. Abby Martin does an amazing video. I don't agree with Abby Martin on everything, but she is an absolutely phenomenal investigative journalist. Absolutely phenomenal. She shows both sides of everything. She's actually on the ground in these countries that are pretty terrifying countries. And nobody's actually talking about her. They're sure talking about Alex Jones a lot. Nobody talks about her. She lost her company because of the sanctions in Venezuela, because she could no longer get funding. All of the money that was going towards, her projects and stuff were being stopped because she was in Venezuela at the time. But nobody's talking about that. And that happened about a month or two ago. Alex Jones just got his taken away from PayPal. This has been going on. She does have a GoFundMe. She does amazing. I mean, she outs Hillary. She outs John Podesta. Because I know some people are like, oh no, Abby Martin, whatever. Y'all, and that's the thing about so many people. They're like, oh, I don't like this person, so I'm not even going to listen to them. Just because you don't like the person doesn't mean they're not telling the truth. When they're showing you, right here, this is what's actually going on in Gaza. This is what's actually going on in Colombia. This is what's going on in Venezuela. Rather than our mainstream media, which we all can agree on, just blatantly lies to us. And so those are the type of people I fight for. No, I don't think Alex Jones should be deplatformed or censored. I don't believe anybody should. But hers has been going on for a long time. Why? Because she speaks a lot of truth. Especially about Israel, Venezuela, and they don't like that. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to do a video on what's going on in Venezuela and Colombia. It's not looking good. But I just wanted y'all to kind of think about, why are we still doing the same playbook? The same playbook from Poppy Seed Bush. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all have a great day. Like, share, subscribe, and all of my links are in the description. If you would like to become a Patreon or donate, that would definitely help a lot. Anyway, and my Grunt Style links, Limelight, all natural skincare and all that is all in my links. If you're watching me on Facebook or any other platform, go to my YouTube, and that's where everything is. Thank y'all so much, guys. Y'all have a great day.